Alright, we are here, finally, for the weekly update. And we'll blame Greg for me being late today. Not quite sure how it's his fault, but we'll blame him anyways. Alright, so we have a few things that I'm not going to be able to test. Like the first one is Tech Gun mobs now got additional drops for GT6 items. Don't have tech guns in here, and that's going to take time to play around with to see what they drop. So that we will check out on what they actually get from them when we do GT6 Lite. Hey Ray, hi Lorena's. Let's see. Fixed. Twilight Forest Night Metal blocks not being craftable due to not being in the ore dictionary. This made crafting the ball and chain impossible, which is a very fun item, as I just found out. Okay. I've actually never played with one of those. So, where is the... There it is, block of night metal. So this thing right here was not craftable. And now it is. And then that's used to make a ball and chain. Block and chain. Metal loop. Metal ingots. Block of night metal. Alright. Let's see. Tech guns, plastic sheet. Not being the unification target for plastic plates, resulting in some things being uncraftable. So that again is something that I'll have to check on in GT6 Lite. Doesn't really sound like something that needs to be tested. It's just a unification change anyways. Let's see, change the way arrow crafting works is now in 2 steps. First stick plus feathers, then add an arrowhead. This halves the amount of overall arrow crafting recipes. Gotta check this out. Alright, so to make an arrow, you have a headless wood arrow and a piece of flint. And that gives you your arrow. So there's all the different arrowheads. There's the headless wooden arrow, which is feather and stick, or 2 tiny plastic sheets and stick with a saw. And then there's the headless plastic arrow. which is a plastic rod and feather, or 2 tiny plastic sheets and plastic rod and saw. Alright, and everything else is just those headless arrows with tip. Now, if we just get those nice glass empty arrowheads, we can fill potions back. So we still need those, because those are awesome. Fill them with holy water. Yeah, that stuff. Let's see. Morning crazy. Okay, so molds now store their auto pull and redstone settings when harvested. So, where is my... There it is. Alright, so this one here is on auto pour with redstone. I'll pick it up. We're going to put it back down. And we really ought to be able to check what the redstone is with magnifying glass. Because this way, we're going to have to do this, which is going to turn it back off and back on. But it most definitely had saved it. So, that is cool. That is actually really nice for when you got to pull one out and put it back in. Because you got to pour something else in there. I always forget to turn them back on. So that's nice. Alright, so let's see. A lot of early game blocks now require iron instead of steel. You can still use steel, but you don't require it anymore. Now, this is an awesome change. So let's see here. Grindstone, something you normally make pretty early on, and it now will take iron along with steel rods. Also will take iron instead of steel plates. So that is awesome. The yeah, shifting table. We'll take iron or steel to make it as well. So that is awesome. Now, because of it being iron or steel, is it going to have metadata in it, Greg, for what it's going to give you back out? Or is it just going to be iron, since steel is pretty much iron anyways? Let's see. We also have check barrels here. We have our wooden barrels that are cheap. Our ironwood barrel. The ironwood barrel will now take iron or steel rods. The regular one will also take iron or steel. And the liquid one will also take iron instead of steel. Same with the ironwood one. So, look at all that steel. I'm telling you, I need a refund. So needs to be a refund system in GT6. That's a lot of steel I used right there. Alright, so how about that large tank, which is such a pain in the ass to make all the steel for? Iron rings, wrought iron rings, and iron plates. So awesome. That will save a lot of time making steel in the very beginning right there. No refunds. Damn it. I think Greg is channeling Marcus today. Alright, so let's see. Is there anything else I can think of? Early game. That would take steel that he would have changed. That's the main things I can think of. It's also the main things that Greg had told me that was going to be changed. But that is awesome right there. And I need to get something to drink. Oh, Marcus is from Borderlands. He's the guy that you buy guns and stuff off of. And his main tagline is no refunds. Alright, so let's see. Added bullet items because I saw that way too many duplicates ended up happening in recipes. So I had to make my own currently unused bullets. So let's check this out here. So, holy crap, there are a lot of bullets. So we have really a bullet shell. Really, Greg? It's a bullet casing. It's a shotgun shell. Damn, Greg. Alright, so tiny brass plates, 1/70 seconds of gunpowder, 24 of them, and a bullet shell mold. This will be the large one. We'll give you a large bullet shell. Damn it! Now I need to fix my localization. You're welcome, Greg. Or you can make them 3 at a time so you don't have to mess with the 1/72 bullshit. And 1 gunpowder and 9 of the tiny brass plates gives you 3 large bullet casings. Alright, so we have small, medium, and large molds, which is going to be steel plates, double steel plates actually, and 2 rods, 2 screws, a screwdriver, and obviously since it's in here, there's a hammer right there. And then this is the medium, which is going to be triple plates, same everything else. And then the large, which will be quadruple plates, and same everything else, or everywhere else. So you have large bullets, you have medium bullets, and you have small bullets. So I'm guessing you're going to have, these are going to be like your handgun bullets. These are going to be like 9mm, 357s, things like that. More of your handgun bullets. Your medium is probably going to be more of your rifle bullets, so 5.56s basically. And then the large will be more like your sniper bullets, your 7.62s or 50 calibers. There is kind of a difference in between them. 50 cals are a bit bigger, but not used quite as much. So like 308s, 7.62s would be the large. I guess technically there isn't a 50 cal, because that would be like extra large. Because those are the big boys. But hey, this is Greg Tech, not, I don't even think Tech Guns goes that much into different bullets. So, but where's the shotgun shells, Greg? With Tech Guns installs, it's way easier to compare. Yeah, I bet so. I'll have to check that out when we do GT6 Lite. But where's the shotgun shells? We need shotgun shells, man. Because we definitely have those in Tech Guns, and those don't take bullets. You can't forget the boom stick. And that wouldn't be much different than the bullets, because those would just be plastic for the cartridge. Alright, so where is the actual bullet tips? Galvanized steel round, the bullet shell. Okay, so you don't actually make the tips separate. You just press the round into the shell or casing, and that makes the bullet. Okay. Yeah, I know shotguns are a thing. Okay. Had to make sure here. Currently using rounds, I know. Well, rounds is actually not a bad thing. If you're not doing like hollow parts or hollow points, armor piercing, jacketed, things like that, which I don't really see why, you would get into all of that specialty bullet thing. Just pressing rounds into it, seems legit enough to me. I really don't see where you would need a special bullet item that would just add extra items to any eye that's not really needed. A round is, pretty similar to a bullet tip. The difference being here that it actually takes two of them. So for the small ones you use one, for the medium you use two, and I'm guessing the large you use three. Yeah. So, yeah, I don't really see a difference with it. or an issue with it. It's a little more, realistic, I guess, if you had a bullet tip mold that you had to pour, but then that would be 3 different bullet tips molds that you'd have to have, 3 different bullet tips per material if you're going to, have every different material like you have here. So I don't see an issue with this. This looks like a decent way of doing it to save on excess. So I think you did a good job with choosing, between playability, balance, and reality. I think you picked a very nice sweet spot in between those 3. Being able to do it for, for what the fuck was the first thing I said anyways? Playability. It's playable this way. It's doable. It's not a difficult thing to do above, what it should be for the thing. Reality wise, yeah, you're probably not going to be making bullet tips out of beryllium. But hey, this is Greg Tech. You make arrows out of the same shit. Technically, you're going to have lead. You're going to have steel jacketed, copper jacketed, things like that are still lead, and that's your bullet tip. But hey, this is Greg Tech. We make everything out of everything. So, no issue that I see, at least. And reality-wise, at least it's fucking a round. It's not a tiny plate. It's not an ingot. It's not a nugget. So yeah, I no issue whatsoever. This is one time, Greg. Mark it on your fucking calendar. This is the one time you're not going to hear me complain about something. I know it doesn't happen very often. This is the one time you're not going to hear me complain, and I actually agree with you. I know it doesn't happen very often, but hey, it can happen. Alright, and the last thing for today, because we do not have a Cortec update, is we have a new battery. And that is a nickel-cadmium battery. Marking it off. Alright, so we now have nickel-cadmium batteries. So now we have a way of getting rid of some of our nickel and our cadmium. So we have the same as before. We have from ULV up to EV. They are comparable in the size or capacity. So alkaline is 32,000 and these are 32,000. So alkaline, NiCad, same thing. The only difference is the materials used and the way you craft them. I wonder if that calendar emoji is adjusting for the current day of month or not. On here it says 12. So, I actually guess so, maybe? If not, that's a nice coincidence. Alright, so we now have nickel cadmium cell empty and nickel cadmium cell filled. So this is going to be the main thing we're going to have to make these batteries. So you have ULV You have LV, which will take 2 and 2 battery plates. And your cable. You're going to have MV, which will take 3, 2 battery plates, and 2 cables. And God, Greg and his freaking circuit. I don't know why Greg thinks we need a circuit in a battery. Back to Bear's going to complain about shit. So then we have gold cables and 4 of them, and 1 battery alloy plate, and circuit for HV, and then 5 of them, circuit, plate, aluminum cables for the EV. So now let's look and see how we make the empty cell. And the empty cell is very similar to the alkaline cell, it looks like. I'm going to use potassium hydroxide, curved stainless steel plate, curved cadmium plate, aluminum foil, curved battery alloy, plastic ring, graphite or graphene or carbon dust, steel wire, and a curved nickel plate. Alright, so in the alkaline, it's the same thing except you have pyrolusite dust here, and here you have the cadmium plate. In the alkaline, you have zinc dust down here, where here you have the curved nickel plate. Now, Greg, is there a reason why it's not a zinc plate in this one, but it's a dust, but in this one, it's a curved plate? I think I can. There is no pyrolusite plate, so I can understand that one. Except, they could be dust. So, just wondering. Yeah, IRL is the reason. Okay. I can go with that. That's an excuse I can listen to. I was just wondering. Alright, so then filling them is just going to be filled with distilled water. Nothing major there. Alright, so let's make... I had already gone ahead and made enough to fill this up with lead acid batteries of HV, but I still have all of these LV cadmium batteries in here, and not one alkaline. So I'm going to go ahead and make LV battery today to go through the process of how to make this. Let's see how much cadmium I have without recycling my batteries. I've got tons. And I've got a bunch there as well. So let's see here. Potassium hydroxide. That's the one thing that'll probably limit me in this. I did make... let's see if I can... I haven't made a barrel for it yet. So let's see if I can remember where I put it. I had made up a bunch of it. There it is, potassium hydroxide. So let's grab these. And we can make well over a stack of this. So I think I might just go ahead and make enough to fill that box. I'm still hoping there's going to be like a lithium ion type battery, but I'm sure that's going to be pretty difficult to make. And I'm going to want that for like my top tier batteries. So I think I'll save that instead of doing LB for those, doing like EV for them. Alright, so we have plenty of lead, plenty of cadmium. Let's go ahead and make 8 of these for right now. So we'll get 8 cadmium and 8 nickel. Put this in here. Start cooking that into plates. And by the way, Ghost, your question on how to fill stuff, 1 will be answered in a minute when I fill these things. And 2 was answered when we did the alkaline last week. Go ahead and grab a stack of these. I don't need quite a stack. Just do 32. And then that'll be 8 sets. So I should need 8 antimony. That'll make the battery alloy. And let's go ahead, drop the nickel in there. Let's see. I don't think nickel and cadmium make an alloy, so you might be able to just insert 8 nickel, 8 cadmium into the same crucible. Yeah, that's what I'm trying here. Alright, so there's the cadmium, which this is on auto pour, but it's not up to that temperature yet. Let's go ahead and pop this cadmium out of here. Which actually boils at 1040. Holy crap. Good thing I got that out of there when I did. I almost boiled out my cadmium, I'll bet you. Didn't know cadmium had such a low boil point. Holy shit. Now, cadmium. Is that a low heat material? If I want to make a curved plate out of it, aha, I can use the low heat. Cool. That's awesome. I don't believe so. You know what? I can't check because this doesn't work to tell me. Yeah, it was on. It just has to have the redstone. It's set for redstone right now. There. Now it'll be no redstone. So it'll actually pour. Can put that back up to 2046 and the nickel will start pouring when it gets done. when that gets done, I'll make this battery alloy up. Yeah, the magnifying glass will work next time. Okay, thank you. See, I told you that bullet thing is going to be the one and only thing I don't complain about. Everything else, I'm going to. It's just what I do. Alright, so we got plenty of stainless steel curved plates. We're making the battery alloy. Plastic rings, that actually might be a problem. Because Greg does not give you much plastic. Should be okay. That is one thing you definitely have to worry about early on. Is if you have enough plastic for what you're doing. Where in the hell is the damn ring? Oh shit. That's the ring. Okay. Get your ass in there. Alright, you are pouring. So let's go ahead and shut you off. And let you pour that out for a second. Go ahead and grab the rest of them. Now, nickel is definitely not a low heat material. Nickel we are going to either have to run through the regular extruder over here or curve it with a hammer. And I will actually be curving it with a hammer in the anvil here. Because I don't have a rolling mill to do so with. Let's pop these out of here. We'll put these in here. We will roll them that way. I'm getting closer to where I will have the ability to make a rolling machine, but not quite there yet. Alright, so go ahead and curve my nickel plates. So those are done. And let's see. This should still be retaining some heat. Neither one of these boil very early. So let's do this. Put that in there. Let's go ahead and get the battery alloy done up here real quick. The hell's my lighter? There's my lighter. Could be using my alloyer over there, but we'll do this. That's another thing I seriously need to get made is my alloy smelter. A smelter and a mixer. It's just so much easier than sitting here at this crucible. Now, come on, it doesn't take this long, does it? Come on, antimony, get up the pressure, get up the temperature here, would you? There we go. Oh, shit. That is going to be lead. We don't want lead. So turn that off. Give me them back. Get your butt back in there. I'll let that go for a second. And we got some sticks in there. So turn that on. Let's get the... Where the hell's the curved one? There's the curved one. Stick that in with those. And we'll get them done. Just let that run Alright, there we go. So now we can start pouring our battery alloy plates. And before this gets too hot, let's go ahead and throw that in there. And for now, we'll throw 12 of them. Let's see. Alright, it is not enough. Let this get done again. There's probably too much stuff in there now. So I will probably not have everything alloyed up. And I got 7. Damn it. And I heard it complain. We have our plastic rings now. And I need another drink. There we go. And we can actually get this out of my inventory. Go grab the carbon we need. Stick that in here. And you're still going. Let's see, are you up to lead? Nope, that's battery alloy. Alright, so let's start pouring that, getting that out of there. We've got extra antimony in there at the moment. We did get 1 lead plate out. So we'll put that back in there. And then we'll throw in this lead here. So that'll start alloying as it comes through. And give me a second. Old man break apparently is a necessity right now. I was hoping to make it through this, but apparently not going to happen. Okay, that noise you heard, I'm venturing to guess, is this over here? Is this what you heard? Ah, that would be Michigan, my frog. Or the noise you heard was lightning saying she had to go out. But that wouldn't have been a voice. That would have been a bit of bitching from the dog. Because that's what she does. And for some reason, her piss time always has to come in the middle of my stream time. And it doesn't matter what I'm streaming. That's when she needs to be. Alright, so get the rest of this done here. Let's see. For the NiCad cell, we're going to need curved battery alloy plates. And for the battery itself, we're going to need regular. So we're going to need 16. So let's go ahead and put these 8 in here. Get the stick ash out of here. Got sticks left in there. We do. Light that back up. Let the cadmium one get done. And the battery alloys get done. And it didn't get done. But this time it's because it ran out of sticks. And I don't know what in the hell is going on. I don't know if it's the stream I did last night. I streamed for about 3 hours last night. Of a mod from 7 Days to Die. Or if it's just this lovely weather we have here in Ohio being a pain in my ass. But my voice is killing me today. My throat is raw as shit, so apologies for all the coughing and clearing my throat. We're going to blame it on one of those two things. My guess is the weather, because I've done lots of streaming before in one day and not felt this bad. I do feel this bad when I do one of those 12-hour streams, but hey, I streamed for 12 hours yesterday. Alright, so there is what we need for the batteries. We just gotta let the rest of that get done. So there's my 8 curved battery alloy, my 8 curved cadmium. Now I need the steel wires, curved stainless steel. There's the curved stainless steel. And what is it that goes on that side? Aluminum foil. It's Greg's a mean ass. Are you about done? Let's see, are you lead? You are battery alloy. So this should be just about done. Unless I did, there we go. Let's say, unless I did something wrong, that should all be turning purple. Unless I screwed up my math somewhere. Alright. So we now have all the battery alloy done. That I'll need for at least a little bit here. Throw that down there. I had made up some steel wires, but I don't think... Oh, look at that. I made exactly 8 of them. How fucking perfect. Alright, and now we just need aluminum foil. I've already got that shit made too. Alright, so NiCad cells. There we go. We have 8 of them done. Now we will go fill them with distilled water. Let's see. I had barrel, I do believe, that I was doing this in. Let's see if I can remember which one it was. That one's empty. It's gas, that's 4.8. That is not a fluid barrel. Alright, we'll just go do it off the tank. Let's get our faucet here. I was actually trying this off of the pipe the other day. And was trying it actually wrong. So let's try it today. So right there is the distilled water pipe. I'm going to open it. Put that on there. And it will not work. Alright, that is what I kind of figured. But what I can do is I have plenty of these ironwood barrels here that won't burn. I can put it right there. And I can put that on there. And I can fill them right there. No canning machine required. Alright, so there is the NiCad cells. Let's take these 4x10, make them back to wires. And what about rubber sheets? Apparently not something I have right now. So let's just make 16 of them so we have plenty. This back in here. I brought my thing over from the hole because I'm actually running out of rubber. I'm actually going to have to get that going. Up until now, we've just been using a juicer. I think I'm going to use my squeezer over there on the end that I've been using for my juice and just squeeze up a bunch of it. Really, you had to run out? What a jerk. Alright, go back on there. Alright. So there we go. 8 of these. There's 8 of these. We'll make my 8-10 wires. We'll put them in here. It's the 8 plates. And I do believe I need wire cutters. Okay. Alright, where do you want the wire cutters, damn it? Let's go to the right battery here. Wait a minute. I'm an idiot. I'm trying to do ULV batteries. I'm supposed to be doing LV. Alright, fuck you. I'm an idiot. I'm allowed to make a mistake. So, I'll make the rest of those later. So, there is our NiCad battery. I'll make the other 4 later. Did not believe I clicked on ULV. Alright. So we'll take 4 of these out of here. We'll put those 4 in. And actually, these are 128 compared to these being 48. So I'm going to go ahead and take all of them out of there, leave the alkaline down here, and I will fill the rest of this with batteries later. Go ahead and tires, light the fires, start filling them up, which actually, if I remember correctly, these are dead up here as well. So I'm going to let that run and fill my batteries. I'm actually just about out because I was running my vitrals, getting me some iron dust done the other day. And it looks like we are getting low on water again. So I have to turn that on. So we can officially retire these cadmium batteries. And that'll give me the battery alloy, the rubber, and the tin back out of them. So I'll get 2 small piles of tin dust, pile of rubber pulp, 2 battery alloy, dust. Now wait a minute, what about the cadmium? I don't get the cadmium back? Rude. Greg's stealing my cadmium. Look at him. There's plenty of slots in that shredder to do so. Greg's just being mean again. Let's see. Also, I'm going to release it tomorrow. Okay. No, other than me complaining about the fact that you're stealing my cadmium, there is nothing left. I will actually be done here in a second as well. That is actually all we have to test. Like I just said to Greg, release will be tomorrow. If you want to try it, you can go grab it off of his website with the test one. But, you know, that is a work in progress. Things can happen and change things and could make a boo-boo here or there, so beware of that if you do use the test version. You're putting your world in your own hands. Let's see, you get the cadmium back if you're using a canning machine to extract it out before you recycle it. Greg, you are so mean. So I gotta uncan the battery and then shred the battery hull. Alright, fine. Craig making me do extra steps when I could just get it from shredding it. Sheesh. Mean ass. Alright, you need a wire. And then you'll work. And hopefully that'll work without butane in there. Let's see. Lead cable. No lead cable? That's a copper cable. It'll work. It's not staying, so fuck it. We'll stick it in there. Oop. And shit, forgot my wire cutters. Because that's how you get extra steps on making bullets. You want to get extra steps on bullets? No, I don't want extra steps on the bullets. Bullets are fine. Oh, wait a minute. I want extra steps on the bullets. No, I said the bullets are fine. Hey, look. Getting battery hulls and cadmium. Not that saving cadmium is a huge thing, because I have a lot of it, but it's nice to be able to save my excess. So now I can throw these deprecated casings in here and get the same exact thing out of them. and put the cadmium away. Alright, so that is it for today. Y'all have a nice one. Take it easy. Tomorrow, unless something happens, we might actually be on GT6 Lite tomorrow. Might be 2 of them, or 3 of them this week. If I am there tomorrow, it'll be without Crazy, because she'll have to work. It'll be me and Junior. Otherwise, if something happens, Junior has things he has to do, then we will be here getting some work done. Probably setting up to make my rubber and finally getting this stuff all done a little bit better. So, have a good one. Take it easy. And I will see you guys later. GT6 might be a good idea for testing tech gun compatibility. Yep, that's what I was planning, Greg. That's the thoughts that are going through my head. So as long as nothing happens, I will definitely be doing that tomorrow. There shouldn't be any issues tomorrow with doing that. So, like I said, I'm out of here. Have a good one. Take it easy. And watch for the update tomorrow. Probably after tomorrow's stream or during. Let up.